ended up finding their soulmate.
Getting married.
Because I have a couple of cousins who got married from people they met online.
You have what?
A couple of cousins who got married from people they met online. Very, very nice men.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I was thinking, you know, when we were going to have you on the show, I wanted to ask you, as a guy, you know, how does that? Because I think I know for women, I think we're probably more apt to do it than men. I guess I don't know.
I could definitely see that.
But as a guy, what are your thoughts about online dating and, you know, meeting a woman online, and how does that? What do you think?
I think that would be. It's not.
Am I putting you on the spot?
Yeah, I was gonna say, big time on the spot.
Your Facebook rating.
Right. It would be intriguing to me because I'm adventurous.
Right.
And so I guess the average brother or the average brother would probably have to be adventurous or technologically savvy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that's probably has a lot to do with it.
Right.
But you know, then there's always the trick of the picture.
Yeah. 10 years ago.
The picture.
Is it your friend?
Why you call it a trick?
Is it your friend or your sister?
You look like that now.
Right. Why you like it?
Yeah.
Right.
Why did you take this picture?
Right. I would venture to say I've had several friends, and maybe it's a cultural thing.
Right.
Maybe it's a cultural thing because I'm not familiar with that many brothers that have done it and been successful.
Okay.
I do know some brothers that are dating in different cultures.
Okay.
And I know that has worked for them.
Okay.
But I definitely would be willing to try. I've not hooked up with, but I've come to meet some awfully nice sisters off of Facebook.
Okay.
And just from conversation, just from basic conversation.
Online.
Yeah, that is from online.
That's online.
Yeah, that is online.
Or even just a little every now and then you see somebody, you be like,
oh, hey.
Nice pic.
How you doing? Yeah. How you doing?
Right, yeah. And so it's gone from there, but I didn't think about that, but that's online.
Yeah,
so, yes.
Very interesting. Yeah, well, that was interesting. And they also talked about with relationships and how they're trending and how women over 40, you know, are single and getting married. They were talking about interracial relationships, which I thought that was. Am I putting you on the spot again?
No.
So what they said was
because I'm not boxed in.
That's cool. Now you like your sister.
I'm just getting ready to say.
Your sister.
Come on now, let's get for real.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would not close my mind to that.
Yeah.
By no means.
Well, an interesting thing, they said that now there are 14.6% of relationships are interracial. Thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You really did your research on this.
Right, I was gonna say, and it's very prevalent. It's I mean, I know that I could just from my network of friends.
Yeah.
I know that it is happening.
Yeah.
And it's interesting the dynamics of the races. So yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting though. And so as I think about myself, and I'm single, I am single, and you know, you start thinking, would you entertain interracial relationships? Would you entertain online dating? You know, all those thoughts start coming to mind. You know.
And so here you go. Since you got me on the spot.
and so I guess I would say I ditto you. I don't think I'm boxed in.
Okay.
I don't think I'm boxed in. And I think the older I get, the more comfortable I get with myself. You know what I mean? And like, I'm good with me. I think the more open I would be to, not being so boxed in.
And I think that the success of the online dating is because you have an opportunity to get to know that person intellectually, emotionally. You get to talk and you develop an intimacy so that when you see each other, you're not controlled by the physical.
Right.
Because you've gotten to know each other mentally and emotionally. And then you can also deal with each other spiritually.
Yes.
Because you have no choice but to sit down and talk to each other online. You can't get all that other stuff involved.
Right.
Where you
That's
get
true.
skewed
Sidetracked.
And
Good word usage. That word of the week.
Yes. Wow. You really do.
Wow. I think my experience from dating myself, Black Planet. Back in the day, you know what I mean, and different other things. As far as that, I think it has been. I've not had bad experiences, but
So I'm just I'm sorry, excuse me one
yeah.
second. I'm finishing up browning the ground turkey. The beans are almost to a boil. And as soon as this gets done, I'm going to turn the fire down a little bit. But as soon as this gets done, I'm going to go ahead and add it to the black beans. So everything will really just about be generally done. I'm going to add in the sweet potatoes at the very, very end.
Because you do the sweet potatoes at the very end because they're don't take long.
So they don't take long, and I don't want them to be squishy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't want them to be sweet potato pie black beans.
Okay.
I just want them to be sweet potato
And black beans.
and black beans.
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. How do you prevent it from being mushy?
You just put it in at the very, very end.
At the end. Okay.
At the very end, so more or less it's steaming.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're steaming in with the or simmering, I should say.
Okay.
That's another word, simmering. They're simmering with the black beans, but they're going to be the very last thing I actually add in there. So as soon as the black beans, as soon as the sweet potatoes are tender, is when the dish will be done, because everything else is already cooked, basically. Yeah, everything's already basically cooked.
Smells good and it's steaming over.